Ladies and gentlemen, join your hands together as we welcome Dr. Gururaj Kachgi, Chairman, Academy for Creative Teaching, on stage please. We also have Sri Ashwath Ramaya, CEO, Unique Consultancy, here with us this afternoon. Heartily welcome to you, sir. As well, joining us on dais, Sri Uni Krishnan Menon, General Secretary, Youth for Seva. We welcome you on dais, sir. So we've been talking about corporate volunteering since morning, and we also gave a guide to you in the form of a book this morning. As well, in the first technical session, we also spoke about how change is the only constant and we have to adapt to the change. So volunteering is also something that needs to change according to the requirement of time. So here we have a video being presented before you all, which emphasizes on YFS being adaptive to the change. It just not only releases books regarding corporate volunteering, we also provide videos to you. So we have amidst us Sri Vishwanath, who is the Program Director of Youth for Seva. After having 2 decades of experience in corporate, during COVID, he has joined YFS. So over to you, sir. Please elaborate on the corporate volunteering video to us. Over to you.
Namaste, distinguished guests on the dais, delegates from various corporates, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure today to stand before you and present to you something that is very, very unique as an initiative that we have started from YFS. All of us are volunteers, and we as YFS, our job is to enable volunteering. Right through the session today, the main topic that were being discussed or talked about was how do we create an effective ecosystem which will enable impactful volunteering, especially among corporates. With this background, ever since 2007, YFS has been working with many corporates, many volunteers in the corporate sector. With the corporates, there are basically 2 kinds of activities. One which we get as grants, and also one very, very potential area that is coming up is in the area of employee engagement, which is the most talked about subject today. Right through the session, we have also heard about how this kind of a very, very impactful employee engagement can bring about a positive change within the organization. As far as CSR projects are concerned, we have got umpteen number of policies, mandates, checkpoints, which clearly guides us what is that we should be doing and how that should be done. Ample clarity is available in this particular space. However, in the area of employee engagement or employee volunteering, which is still a upcoming field, and many of the corporates today whom we have heard to have made very rapid progress in understanding how employee engagement in terms of volunteering should be conducted. From 2007 onwards, we have been engaging with many corporate volunteers, and we have some amazing, incredible success stories in many of our programs, whether they may be NMMS, spoken English or computer classes, career guidance sessions. So these have been very I should say good methodology of engagement with the corporates and the corporate volunteers. Today morning we launched a book where we talked about different ways of corporate volunteering. However, in this particular hall, in this particular session, we have many corporates who are just maybe thinking of engaging their employees in this particular space. In order to enable employee engagement in this particular space, we thought it would be better in case if we can come with the course content which would very clearly elaborate what is corporate volunteering, how it should be done. So with this background, in continuation to the book release in the morning, we hereby present a small course or a collection of videos that has been accumulated over years. This will serve as a ready reckoner for all the corporates to promote volunteering among their employees, and also the employees can make use of that in understanding the very small details of employee engagement or employee volunteering. Once a corporate makes up the mind and gets into the shift of ideation to action, I think this is where this course will be very helpful. And also, many times we have heard individuals' alignment to the organization values in terms of the project. Some sessions in this particular course also capture that. Also, this talks in detail about impactful volunteering and measuring the impact of a project. And the space in which we are, that is a social sector space. It is quite impossible for us to reach all the beneficiaries, all the community partners by one person, by one organization. Also, this gives or throws light on how do we engage with the different partner NGOs. With all this, we would like to again position YFS as a thought leader in this particular space of corporate volunteering. Not only corporate volunteering, but also all types of volunteering. And also we hope that this course would benefit all the corporates and all the volunteers. So with this small introduction, for doing the honors for us, we have Dr. Guraj Kajagi ji. So we have the immense privilege of getting this course inaugurated by none other than Dr. Guraj Kajagi. So without wasting much time, I would like to request Dr. Guraj Kajagi to help us and inaugurate. Just officially launch, and Dr. Guraji, you can just say kind of a launch as a token of inauguration of this course.
I am delighted that the corporate volunteering course is designed. Normally we do the course the way we like it, but to have a structure for it is most appropriate. I am happy it is done. I have immense pleasure in launching this training program, volunteering course. Great pleasure. I am honored to be here this morning, this afternoon.
Seva to me means to look at the actual needs of people actually.
To me, compassion when expressed in action is Seva.
My name is Abhishek Ayappan and I'm going to be your host for this video series. Since the year 2013-14, India has seen a surge in participation of civilian volunteers in social activities, and the CSR Act has boosted corporates to take interest in contributing to the society. As a result, we have seen millions of lives impacted in various sectors, from health, environment, livelihood, infrastructure, disaster management, technology, innovation, and so much more. We believe that if the volunteering efforts are channelized and if every working individual starts thinking about the betterment of the society, magical things can happen. Which is why we bring to you our immersive learning experience where you can expect know-hows about volunteering, tools, do's and don'ts, history, philosophy, best practices, how to partner with organizations, and so much more brought together by experts in this field. This is an effort which brings to you tools that can aid you create the best employee volunteering experience, which you can go ahead and implement right now. Why? Because if not you, then who? And if not now, then when? Join us as we learn the science, art, and practice of Seva.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Dr. Gurraj Kajri for gracing this occasion and making this inauguration very, very eventful and very, very meaningful for us. Now, all of us can see a QR code here. So this QR code is for enrolling for this particular course. And I have some good news. As an early bird offer, anybody who registers before 10th of March can avail this facility free of cost. So we would request each one of you to kindly make note of this QR code and pass on the information within your organization and make the best use of it. And together, let us make this journey more memorable and more fruitful and meaningful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much once again. So in the morning, the books were given free of cost. Now the video will be given free of cost if you enroll before March 10. So, Laddu Bandhu Bike Biti there. I am pretty sure you will all avail this offer. Can we have a round of applause again for the video, please? So, as a part of Corporate Volunteering Conclave 2024, we had asked individuals, NGOs and corporate entities to, make a list of whatever they have done, and we have chosen the best out of the nominees that we have received. So, we will be going ahead with the award ceremony right now. How excited are you all? Can we have a round of applause, please? May I kindly request Dr. Gururaj Karjagi and Sri Ashwath Ramaya to do the honors, please. First category is NGO category, and the third prize is being given to Being Volunteer Foundation, focus area being education, environment and livelihood. Impact of the initiatives are education, school level interventions, library donations, awareness and mentoring programs, environment, over 1 lakh tree plantations and tree nurturing, 3,000 solar lamp donations, clean water through clean technology, livelihood supported 264 families in setting up micro enterprises. Can we have a round of applause, please? Being Volunteer Foundation. And the second place goes to you and I. Focus area being education and health. Impact of initiatives are as follows. Amazon Pratinidhi Mentorship Alliance to SDG 4, that is quality education. Mission Fitness. Thomson Reuters Alliance to SDG 3, that is good health and well-being. Cleanup Drives Alliance to SDG 13, that is climate action. Second place goes to you and I. Can we have a big round of applause again? And the first place under NGO category goes to Gopal's. Focus area being health, environment and lifestyle. Impact of initiatives. Successfully planted over 30,000 native saplings. Practical strategies to minimize environmental impact. So can we have a round of applause please? And we see sustainability in their outfits also. So it is not just vocal for local, we are also vocal for local. A big round of applause please. Next category, Corporate Entity Awards. Third prize goes to Novartis Healthcare Private Limited. The impact of initiatives. Congratulations to all the winners under NGO category. Up next we have winners under Corporate Entity category. Third prize being given to Novartis Healthcare Private Limited. The impact of initiatives are as follows. Daan Utsav 2023, donation and distribution drive, joy of giving, 400 volunteers engaged and funds raised were 10 to 12 lakhs for over 500 beneficiaries. Quality education, 400 volunteers engaged in supporting over 1,000 beneficiaries. Supporting for causes of better health and well-being, 400 volunteers engaged and funds raised with 7 to 8 lakh rupees. Can we have a big round of applause for Novartis Healthcare Private Limited? And the second place goes to Oracle India. The impact of initiatives are as under. Creators of Technology, an initiative from Corporate Volunteers with International Telecommunications Union hosts hands-on sessions for college girls to pursue a career in STEM and technology. Discovering Hands project. Together with Enable India, we train visually impaired girls to become certified medical tactile examiners. 30% of volunteers support environmental projects, reducing carbon foot, biodiversity conservation, saving sparrows, cleaning beaches. Target 5,000 trees annually either by seed ball or plow and sow method. Can we have a round of applause for Oracle, please? And the first prize in the corporate entity goes to HSBC India Entity HDPI. The impact of initiatives are Community Day HDPI, 1,000 volunteers, recycled waste of about 2.8 tons, 1,000 saplings planted, reaching a beneficiary of 350 people. Junior Sustainability Certification Program focusing 360 children comprising of 300 volunteers. Step Up Ability Mentoring and Hiring Program in 3 batches covering 80 candidates, 200 volunteers for each batch, 15 candidates joined HDPI. Can we have a round of applause for HSBC, please? Congratulations to all the corporate entity winners. Up next, we have a few heroes coming here on stage. There is a saying which I always quote. This Mother Earth is definitely an asset that we have received from our ancestors, but more than that, it is a liability that we have for our future generations. So it's our duty to pass it on in a more beautiful way to the future generations. So likewise, we have a few thought leaders and change makers sitting right there between you all, amongst you all, who have created a change and made a beautiful impact in the community. So a big round of applause for all the change makers before I even call out their names. So the third prize is being shared between 2 people, Ganesh Srinivas and Ashwini Simhachalam. Can we have a round of applause as we welcome them on dais here? Talking about Sri Ganesh Srinivas, his impact of volunteering initiative are as under. Focus area being education and agriculture, 100% pass rate in 10th standard, 4 students secured IIT admission from village of Issapalli in Armur Mandal, awarded at district level Kho-Kho game and runner-up in volleyball. Initiative helped reduce the dropout rate and increase the students' head count from 80 to 110. Agriculture secured subsidies for a tractor and a turmeric boiler machine, increased the awareness of government schemes and subsidies. Hearty congratulations to you, sir. Can we have a round of applause, please? Is also being shared by Ashwini Simhachalam. Onto the dais, please. Impact of volunteering initiatives are as under. Enhance accessibility for disabled students by creating a dashboard to streamline the process of securing exam scribes. She has significantly improved the accessibility of support for disabled students during exams. So no more circulating on WhatsApp asking for scribes. Thank you. Community empowerment through education. Dedication to teaching in government schools has contributed to the empowerment of communities by providing valuable educational support. Effective volunteer onboarding. Through her leadership in training new volunteers, she has played a pivotal role in ensuring a smooth onboarding process. Hearty congratulations to you. And also, second prize is being shared between two people, being Prateek Shah and Harish Kumar Sirapu. Heartiest congratulations to you both. Shri Harish Kumar Sirapu's impact of volunteering initiatives include organizing 41 volunteering efforts with 9,000 plus beneficiaries, worked with 6 non-profit organizations, helped 650 plus employees participate from about 3,500 staff in Hyderabad. Second prize is also given to Mr. Prateek Shah. Impact of volunteering initiatives include community engagement through CSR activities, throughout tenure at State Street, actively engaged in corporate social responsibility initiatives, facilitating examination assistance for visual impaired, organizing day outing for differently abled children, and participating in tree planting drives, empowering job seekers and candidates. In 2023, he has successfully placed over 50 plus job seekers in various roles. In 2016, he has facilitated employment opportunities for over 700 individuals and mentored more than 100 plus candidates for success in interviews. Heartiest congratulations to you. And the first prize and the Corporate Changemaker Award goes to Mr. Prashant Subramanian. A big round of applause, please. The impacts are as under: tribal adolescent girls health and nutrition, number of tribal hamlets adopted 90, number of adolescent tribal girls in the project 780, millet protein supply 600 kgs, kitchen vegetable garden for high-risk girls 487, hens supplied for daily eggs 2000, improved mental health, leadership skills and confidence level of adolescent girls and their families, nature conservation and sustainable livelihood for farmers, adopt a village project and afforestation program. Hearty congratulations to you, sir. Kindly request all the dignitaries to please occupy their seats on the dais. A big round of applause for all the winners again. It is, I was about to do that. So the awards are given to the winners, but it was a very, very tough time for our jury to, scrutinize everything and come up with this award list. I would like to acknowledge the efforts put in by our jury, comprising of Sri Ashwath Ramaya, who is our guest here today, and Sri Prahalathan, also Ghazal Raina, and Sri Ram Babu Kaipa and Professor Sudhir Sinha for their immense contribution in coming up with this amazing award list. Thank you so much to the eminent jury panel. Before we go ahead with the event, let us now hear from the winners themselves. So we will be calling up the winners from Corporate Changemaker category to come up here on the dais and speak their heart out on how they feel about this winning. Firstly, I would like to call Mr. Prashant Subramanian on stage, please. Nextly, I would like to request Mr. Prateek Shah, Harish Kumar, Ashwini and Gadi Srinivas to kindly be ready.
Thank you very much, corporate leaders. It has been immense pleasure for me to be here. This is my first event with Youth for Seva. So this is highly inspiring and motivating for me. And I think that is what Youth for Seva was for as well, is to bring people together, set a stage for Seva, for the national inspiration. And that is what exactly this Youth for Seva has done to me as well today. So it is extremely motivating to be in this stage today, as well as with a great set of volunteers that has come together to make this a great day. So thank you UST. UST is the company that I come from. So UST has given me immense opportunities to develop myself and be on the floor and the field to contribute back to the country, to contribute back to the people where I come from. And thank you Youth for Seva for this inspiring moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Up next, may I kindly request Mr. Prateek Shah to join us here on stage, please.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity and recognizing us at this forum. I would like to highlight 3 things out of our social responsibilities. Number 1 is that how you have been productive enough in making the life change for a people, right? It is very important that you make an impact in people's life. There are a lot of social responsibilities areas where you can actually dedicate your time, few hours basically, being with the people who really needs you. Maybe it's specially abled or any kind of category that actually needs, your support, which will help them out as well as it will serve a purpose from your social responsibility. Second thing, my major impact coming from an identifying a talent, being into an HR field, and I come from an HR background, identifying talent and for a company and a corporate, it is making a spread, right? But for an individual, it is making a bread. That's what I always say. So identifying the right talent, helping people out to place right, it's also a social responsibility in this revolutions going on, change in the industries, right? So you have to identify the right talent and place them. And the last thing is promoting your regional languages, which is one of the very important factor, because English comes from other's tongue, but your regional language comes from your mother's tongue. You have to promote your own language or it will get extinct at a certain level, right? So you have to promote those language and culture for yourself, and that is also a social responsibility. Likewise, sir has introduced a book in this morning which has 81 categories of promoting social impact, and one of the category I would say, responsibility of employee, helping them out, finding the right talent as well, which comes and plays a larger role as well. So definitely lot to achieve from here and lot to move on from here, and being into a social responsibility person, I would encourage everyone from this platform to join, as drops of water makes an ocean, and we can go from there. Yep. Thank you everyone for your support and have a great day.
Thank you, Prateek ji. Up next, we have Harish Kumar Sirapu here on stage. And also your kind attention, please, you can have a look at the beautiful pots here presented on the teapoys. And you can also look at the glasses present on your tables, which has chocolates and flowers. So those are the glasses which are painted by the kids of Chiguru, which was conducted this year by underprivileged school kids of government schools. So a big round of applause for Chiguru initiative and also the underprivileged kids from government schools. Over to Harish Kumar.
Thanks everyone. First of all, thanks a lot for recognizing us, and I think this is such a great initiative with Youth for Seva, and we have been working with Youth for Seva from past 2 to 3 years. The kind of impact that Youth for Seva does, that actually makes a big difference. It is my privilege to represent State Street and to accept this award. From way back in 2020, when entire COVID started, it has been extremely difficult. But non-profits like Youth for Seva actually showed us the way on how we can continue volunteering. So I think these are something that me winning this award, I would like to kind of pass on this to my fellow colleagues and my other team members as well, because this is one award which I feel is not just one person's award. It's something that we as a team have actually achieved this. I want to continue and I want to show this the same, and we can pass on the same message to the other within other volunteers as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we please have Ashwini Simhachalam on stage?
Namaste everyone. I'm deeply honored to receive the Changemaker Award from Youth for Seva. I'm associated with Youth for Seva for the last 12 years. When I first started writing exams for disabled, I started it and I was all alone, and I didn't find volunteers who can write exams for people whom I'm supporting, the disabled who don't have hands but they're really talented and intelligent, and they were looking for a scribe. And for me, I was in complete dark, and that's when Youth for Seva came into my life and really helped me, continue my service. Besides that, now today my work is recognized, so I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for the support Youth for Seva have provided to me all these years, and I look forward to continue to make a positive impact. Thank you.
Can we have Sri Kadi Srinivas here on stage, please?
First of all, I'm very pleased to be here, and thank you Youth for Seva to nominate, at least to recognize my whatever so far I have done for my village. I'm from the service now, but I'm born and brought from a village where the government schools are very underrated, and there was no proper education over there. So since it's been around 10 years, we are doing some charity over there. Now we are being collaborated with few of my colleagues over there who are working in different companies and different states also and different countries. We form a group over there as like as NGO, but we are not official NGO. So part of this, we are continually making some impact over there. We are paying for their fees, and whoever got the toppers in the school, they are giving the free seats, whatever they choose in the colleges. And also we are connected with the Service Now CSR team, and also we are connected with the Youth for Seva, especially Swarupa Madam and Harish. They came to my village, which is 300 kilometers away from Hyderabad. They traveled so far, they connected with the people, they talked to the students, they distributed to the school kids. It was very intensive. After that also they understand the need of the bio-toilets. They also helped me with this. So there are a lot of programs combined with we are doing with the Youth for Seva. But I think that there are many people who are involved or in a village or a state, people are there, but they need a little bit of support. They can move forward. That's what I got it from the Youth for Seva. At the same time, I am pleased to be here. I'm part of the Service Now. I am representing Service Now. This is also great recognition, I can say that. And thank you very much, whoever representing this event and the Youth for Seva. And thing is that this is a non-profit organization that are doing some charity conducting as an official way of like conclaves. This is really appreciative things. I should be honored for this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I am pretty sure by this time you all would have guessed who I am going to invite next. This man requires no introduction, yet I take immense privilege and honor in introducing our chief guest for the afternoon before you all, Dr. Gururaj Karjagi. He is a doctorate in chemistry and has published over 22 research papers in international journals. Sir is a life fellow of the Electrochemical Society of India. He has served on the boards of management of a few medical universities. Sir has also served as a member of the State Resource Group for the implementation of total quality management in the colleges of Karnataka. Sir was the principal of VVS First Grade College for Women in Bangalore for 16 years. He was the director of VVS Academic and Administrative College, founder, principal and academic director of the Jain International Residential School, and founder director of the International Academy for Creative Teaching. Sir is a member of the governing body of the Indian Institute of Advanced Studies, Shimla. He is a very well-known columnist and has completed 2,300 columns. His 15 books entitled Karunadu Babelake are immensely popular and have seen several editions. Dr. Karjagi has written many articles on Sufi philosophy and has published a book on Sufi. As of now, he has authored 22 books. He has edited many books including Shikshana Shilpa, a huge collection of articles on education brought out by the JSS Mahavidyapitha, Mysore. His areas of interest include creativity, creative and critical problem solving skills, communication skills, motivation, work ethics and human values. Sir has designed a complete curriculum in creativity which is being used in different universities. Sir has travelled and lectured extensively both in the East and West and has conducted more than 2,000 training programs for educational and corporate organizations. He has been a teacher for over 4 decades without a moment's regret. It's indeed a pleasure, privilege and honor having you this afternoon amidst us, sir. So over to you, please. A big round of applause as we welcome sir to the podium.
I'm truly honored to be here this evening, to be part of this magnificent session. First, let me congratulate all the persons and organizations who won the prizes today, and also congratulate who did not win the prize also, but they made an effort. Prize is only a recognition, but the recognition for a worker in a social work setup comes from your heart. In fact, I always say, I've been a teacher for a long time. I made a statement that anything that goes to the brain goes to a short-term memory. Anything that goes to the heart goes to a long-term memory. I'm sure you studied in your engineering or medical or whatever courses you have done. You don't remember anything what you learned at that time. 6 months after the examinations are over, it evaporates. It doesn't remain with you. But the dramas that you did, the travels that we did, activities we did in the college are remembered even now. That means you enjoyed doing that. So therefore I say anything that goes to the heart goes to a long-term memory. Anything that goes to the brain goes to a short-term memory. I'd modify the statement and say, anything that you do using your brain tires you out. Anything that you use your heart excites you. And this doing for seva excites you. I always say volunteering is not a job, it's an attitude, it's a mindset. Before I take up volunteerism, I should decide I should be a volunteer. I should commit to volunteerism. And the benefits are many, I am going to share some of them. But I told you attitude is more important, the mindset is more important. I have a small experiment to demonstrate, I start with that. Basically I am a science teacher. I can't do without an experiment. I request you help, sir, because I can't balance it on the edge of the table here. I just want you to hold this here, okay, on the lower portion. I brought a few things here. I brought a glass here, and I brought here a pair of forks, stainless steel forks, which are very heavy, quite heavy stainless steel forks. I am trying to do a small experiment, it's a science experiment, but I use it for a different purpose. I want to balance the two forks on the edge of the glass. Using a toothpick, I brought a toothpick also with me. Toothpick is a dry piece of wood, very brittle, very delicate, it can be broken, it can be burnt. Just watch how I do it. I fix the two forks together and keep this toothpick in between and balance it on the edge of the glass. Simple science experiment. Please see the Two forks are hanging freely on the edge of the glass on the toothpick. I am trying to explain to you, one fork represents your knowledge. When you take up any volunteer work, any work that I want to do, I must have the knowledge of the things that I am trying to do. One fork represents the knowledge, another represents your skills. Just knowledge will not help, you require skills to do that. Those who are essential for any work, I require knowledge, I require skills. There's another thing that I require. Please watch carefully. The forks are neither touching the glass nor the table. They're hanging freely on the edge of this toothpick. Somehow I don't like toothpicks. I burn it now. It's a wooden piece, I can burn it. I burn it from inside the glass. Now 3/4 of it is outside, only 1/4 of the toothpick is inside the glass. I burn it now, see what happens. It starts burning now. With a dry piece of wood you can catch fire easily. I don't leave it, I take another match. Not two. You can take 20 matchsticks, it will not burn beyond that. The toothpick burns up to the edge of the glass and stops burning. If the toothpick were to burn continuously, the forks would fall down. Is it not right? Normally they should fall down. But toothpick will not burn beyond that. I will not talk the chemistry and science of that. The ignition temperature of food is smaller than the ignition temperature of the glass, is not important. It burns up to the edge of the glass. You can see virtually the two heavy forks are balancing on the edge of the toothpick, virtually the 1 millimeter thick glass edge. Now, please. I'll take it now, I push the toothpick out. Watch carefully. I push the toothpick out. What happened? Both the forks fell down. Please remember, one fork represents your knowledge, another represents your skills. Both are required. But what is most important? Your knowledge and skills are personal to you. They remain with you and die with you. But the knowledge and skills are useful to society. This is a society, the glass of the organization where you work. The knowledge and skills are connected to society through a toothpick. And that toothpick is your attitude. But tell me, which is more important? Knowledge, skills and attitude are three important functions for any job. Knowledge and skills are required. But the most important thing than that is the attitude. Please see, among the three things, which can be burnt? Glass cannot be burnt, forks cannot be burnt, only toothpick is burnt. That means in any work you do, whether professional or personal, your attitude is more tested than your knowledge and skills. I have seen people in my life with extraordinary knowledge and extraordinary skills but did not become successful. People with right attitude became very successful. Dr. U.R. Rao, the Space Commission chairman at that time, ISRO chairman, he was a member of my board. We were traveling to Bengaluru together. On the way I asked Dr. U.R. Rao, sir, when you were the chairman of ISRO, Dr. Kalam was the deputy director, 4 or 5 ranks lower. Did you know him? I said, yeah, I knew him. Very interesting man, nice hairstyle, I remember him. I asked him another question, I should not have asked, but I did ask. Was he the best technologist you had? Was he the best technologist you had? He said, no, there were others, but he was the greatest human being. He was the greatest human being. Please remember what became successful finally. The greatest human being became more successful. The attitude of Kalam was more successful. Therefore, in my life, I always felt knowledge and skills are essential. I don't deny that. But most important is the attitude that you carry with you. So therefore, my friends, you have taken volunteerism. It is not a job. It is not an authority. And you are doing because you want to do it. Nobody is forcing you to do it. Once you start doing it with a great joy, the benefits are many. First is the sense of pride that yes, I contributed something to society. Is a pride that you have. And second and most important is the joy of giving. My friends, please believe me, there is a joy in receiving many things. But the joy of giving is much more than the joy of receiving. Tremendous joy in giving, tremendous joy in giving. I can give 100 examples, but Murthy has told me I'll speak only for about 20 minutes, not more than that, I'll not take much time. But I can give you a number of examples of that. I tell you, more you give. I was teaching chemistry in the college, teaching the master degree students. And my style is that. I was teaching chemistry, suddenly I asked the students, how many of you know your grandfather's name? They were surprised, how is chemistry connected to grandfather? But since the teacher asked, they looked around and all of them raised their hand. I said, good, I'm happy. All of you know your grandfather's name. I paused for a moment and then asked, how many of you know your grandfather's name? They looked around and not many hands went up, only 2 hands hesitatingly went up. I said, doesn't matter, at least 2 of them know. Very nice, very nice. And 2 of you know your grandfather's name. I paused for a moment and then asked, how many of you know your grandfather's name? Nobody knew. I said, amazing. How is that you don't know your grandfather's name? One girl stood up and answered rudely, perhaps she was angry. He said, what is the point in remembering, sir? I said, Amma, I'm not asking my grandfather's name. I'm asking your grandfather's name. So what is so great he has done for me to remember, sir? I said, Amma, looking at Andhra, I said, please sit down. I told the remaining students, now I'll give you some names. If you remember the names, you raise your hand, don't worry about it. No problem. I asked them a question, do you know Rama, Ayodhya Rama? All of them raised their hand, yes. Krishna, that Krishna, yes, everybody knew. Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Shankaracharya, Basavana. I went on asking these names and everybody said, we know. I said, now I have a serious problem, very serious problem. The names I mentioned from Rama to Basavana, I am not the great grandson of any one of them, but remember all their names, but I don't remember my own great grandfather's name. Why is that? Think over and tell me. I gave them 2 minutes time. One brilliant girl in my class, Padmini Priyadarshini, I can't forget her. It happened 45 years ago. Still I remember her. A brilliant child. She had tears in her eyes. I said, what happened, Padmini? She stood up and answered, sir, I learned a lesson of my life, sir. Your question gave me a lesson of my life. What's that? When she answered, it became a lesson for my life, it can be for anybody. She answered beautifully, sir, we remember all these people, but we don't remember my own great grandfather. I learned a lesson that anyone who lives for himself shall be forgotten, and anybody who lives for others shall not be forgotten. It's a beautiful lesson I learned from her, that little child. If you do anything for yourself, it is only for yourself. Your great-grandchild will not remember you. But when you live for somebody else, the mythology history tells us, Rama was here 9,600 years ago. And remember Rama even now. Krishna lived 3,500 years ago and we remember even now. I don't remember my own great-grandfather. So therefore, one thing is very simple. The more you give, more you are remembered. Not only remembered, only for memory's sake we did not do. Such a gratifying experience to remember those people. When I was studying in the school, many people say geography is boring. But I found it very exciting. Subject is boring or exciting is made by the teacher. All subjects are exciting. My teacher was teaching geography and then suddenly talking about oceans. And suddenly he said, there is something called Dead Sea. Near Israel, it is a Dead Sea. I asked him a question, sir, people die, animals die, plants die, can sea also die? Good, honest, poor man said, I don't know. It is written in the book. They say sea is dead. I also want to know how it is dead. It started haunting me. My research took me to Israel. When I went there, I made it a point to go to see the Dead Sea. I don't know how many of you have seen the Dead Sea. If you have not seen, please see. Before it completely dies. When I went to see that, it starts haunting you. At least 50 kilometers away from Dead Sea, you don't see a single bird flying on top. Complete surface is whitish, almost like a cement powder there all over. No tree, no bird. You can go to the sea. It's not a sea actually, it's a lake. Since it's 822 square kilometers, it's called as ocean, sea, Dead Sea. You can stretch your legs and sleep on water there. You can read your newspaper sleeping on the water. You will not sink because the density is very high. About 37% salt is there in Dead Sea. No animal survives. There is no fish, no aquatic animal in that. It's truly dead. Then I studied a little more. You go to north of Dead Sea, about 70 kilometers, you find Sea of Galilee. Sea of Galilee, those who have read Bible would know. Sea of Galilee is a place where Jesus Christ walked on water and had food for 5,000 people on the bank of the river. It's called again sea. It is again a lake, big lake. It's called sea. Sea of Galilee. That has tremendous flora and fauna. Sea of Galilee is fascinating. Aquatic animals are there, birds and flowers and everything is there. Very rich. I am surprised that this is dead. I try to gesture only because I can't use a screen now. Sea of Galilee is here on north. Dead Sea is here. Surprising thing is, water to both the lakes is supplied by the same river. It is as shocking as your neighbor and yourself get same water, Kaveri water connection. You get a sweet water and he gets a salt water. I am surprised. Jordan River, the river Jordan is a huge river, supplies water to both Sea of Galilee and also Dead Sea. How is that sea became dead here and is alive there? I made a little study. I'll try to gesture to you the geography of it. The Jordan River goes like this and takes a bend towards south. It bends down. As it bends down, half the river goes into Sea of Galilee. Half the river goes into Sea of Galilee, moves around, and finally when the river comes down, it comes and joins back. I hope I am making it clear. A part of this river, Jordan River, goes into Sea of Galilee, finally comes back and joins the river here, but finally Jordan River ends in Dead Sea. Dead Sea has got mountains on three sides, therefore it can't flow anywhere else. Every time new water comes, it brings salt with it, and salt deposits, water evaporates and the salt content goes on increasing. Because of the high salt content, no animal can survive. Please see, this river, this sea takes water from Jordan and gives it back. This sea only takes but does not give back. So I wrote an article based on that. Sea of Galilee receives water and gives it back, therefore it is alive. Dead Sea only receives but does not give, therefore it is dead. It applies to us also. All through my childhood and adulthood, I received so much from society in terms of knowledge, information and all that. I received so much from society, I don't give it back, I become Dead Sea. If I receive and give it back, I become Sea of Galilee. Therefore, I learned a simple message from a geography class that when I grow up, that's why Vivekananda called. The man who, having been educated at the expense of society, does not pay any heed to it. I call that man a traitor. He says, I call that man a traitor. Having received from society, it is my duty to give it back, and not grudgingly, willingly and joyfully giving it back. So that joy that I get is the benefit out of volunteerism. First I get pride, I get joy. And third and most important, sometimes when you work in a volunteer work, you get lessons for your life. There could be a turning point in your life. I had one, I mentioned that and stopped my talk. One incident turned my life around. I have written about it in Reader's Digest long back, 1972 or 73. This had touched my life and changed my life. I was in my MSc class, MSc Chemistry. I had written a paper on electrophoresis. It was accepted for a presentation in Calcutta. I had to go and make presentation in Calcutta University. I went to Calcutta. But then the Naxalite movement was at its peak. The Vice Chancellor told you can't stay in the guest house, you stay in some professor's house. I said, why should I be burdened to some professor, unknown professor? I said, let me work as a volunteer somewhere. I went to Missionaries of Charities. As you know, Calcutta, Missionaries of Charities is the place where Mother Teresa lived. It's her organization. I had not seen Mother Teresa till then. I just took a chance. Let me go and try whether I can stay for 3 days there. I went there and Mother was not there. I hope I'll try to make it as picturesque as possible. Mother was not there. Sister Nirmala, who took over from Mother Teresa after she passed away, she was there. She saw me and said, "Child, what do you want to do?" I said, I come here for 3 days. I don't want to stay in some professor's house. Can I stay in this ashrama for 3 days? Wait a minute, stay here. Mother will come and decide. She took some information from me. After 45 minutes, Mother Teresa came there. She was about 4 feet 10 inches, short. I have not seen a more wrinkled face than that, and I have not seen a more beautiful face than that. Her steely grey eyes will not look at you, look through you. She came and held my shoulder and said, "Child, you want to stay for some time?" I said, 3 days, Mother. What are you doing? I said, I'm doing my chemistry MSc. Chemistry? Oh, help in pharmacy. She didn't ask me which community I belong to. What do I do? Which state you came from? Nothing he asked. I was given a room. Already 3 people were there. I was the 4th one. My job was to go to the pharmacy, since I understand little chemistry. No receipts to be passed. Only bed numbers into what medicine you have given to each bed. Write on the paper and give it to them. That's all my job. First day was uneventful. Nothing happened. My friends, I should tell you, I had talked about service before. I had not understood what service is all about. In this Missionaries of Charity's home, there is a big hall in the center, 2 slanting platforms on either side with a small passage in the middle. On either side, you find about 12 to 13 beds on either side, occupied by the leprosy patients. And do you know the name of this house where she lived? It's called Nirmal Hruday. Nirmal Hruday. Missionary Charities headquarters home is called Nirmal Hruday. I saw Mother feeding those people. If my grandfather or grandmother has an injury on the feet and I had to put a tape on that, I make my face terrible 3 times. But I was seeing this lady feeding those people. Some people have no jaw, some people have no nose, bleeding, pus. She was feeding with her own hand and wiping the saliva and saying, "They are my gods," without flinching. I had some sense of what service is all about when you do it for people. Second day, an interesting incident happened. At about 2:30 or 2:45 in the afternoon, the volunteers of Missionaries of Charities carried an old lady back into the ashram. How old was she? We could not predict. She could be 80, 85, 90, whatever. Totally emaciated body. She was blabbering something, continuously saying something, uttering something. The volunteers took her, gave her a bath, put her a gown and brought her back. Doctors came. They started giving her IV. And she was still blabbering something. Mother was sitting next to her, pressing her legs, talking to her in Bengali. Since I don't understand Bengali, I asked another sister there, what is happening, what is she saying? The summary is this. This lady belongs to a Brahmin family. She lost her husband when the son was only 1 year old. She struggled hard. She was cooking somewhere else, working somewhere as a maid servant, brought up the son, gave him education, got him married. Whether problem came after marriage, we don't know. But she was not comfortable at home. Whether she walked out of the house or son sent her out of the house, we do not know. She came out. As long as there was energy in the body, she worked somewhere else and managed herself. When she became weak and old, nobody could give job to her. She was begging on the streets of Calcutta. And for the last 3 days, she hasn't got anything to eat. She has viral fever. She had collapsed near Kali Ghat and the volunteers have brought her here. This is the background. The treatment given by the doctor and the affection shown by mother together with her. After 4:30 or 5 o'clock, she regained consciousness. Immediately mother asked, "What is your address? Where does your son stay?" She took the address and immediately sent a letter to the son saying that your mother is here, would you like to take her back? The boy was wonderful. This old lady's son was wonderful. He did not waste any paper. Whatever paper mother had sent on the backside, he wrote saying, "I have nothing to do with her. Now that she has come into your ashram, you will come back to my house. Do whatever you want." She treatment continued. By 7:30 in the evening, the old lady was cheerful, so happy, smiling, and telling about her son. My son is intelligent, actually, good boy. Mother never told her that son has written reply like this. She said, don't worry, your son is a good boy. He'll come back, take you, don't worry. Be hopeful. 7:30 she was talking about the son in the childhood, how mischievous he was, how intelligent he was, all nice things she was telling. 9 o'clock she had some juice and slept. Again in the morning at 4:30 there was a commotion. Something or the other will be happening there. 4:30 we all rushed to the place. This old lady was panting for breath, and about 5:50 she died. Immediately mother wrote another piece of letter saying that your mother is no more, would you like to take the body? He said, I had nothing to do when she was alive, you can do anything to the body yourself. The reply came back at about 6:30 in the morning. Please believe me, the first time, I was just a young fellow looking at the dead body for the first time. Mother came to me, asked me straight, are you a Brahmin? Till then she had not asked me anything. I said, yes. The next question was a shot in my heart. Can you do rituals for this lady? We grew up in a very conservative family where if your parents are alive, you are not allowed to go to crematorium. She is not asking me to go to crematorium, she is asking me to do the job, ritual that a son should do to the mother. I wanted to say no, I can't do it. Those days we had not had mobile phones and my house did not have a phone. How do I check with my parents? I waited for a moment, then thought, I have gone to the ashrama, Nirmal Hruday, as what? As a volunteer. As a volunteer. Volunteers have no choice. The moment I make a choice, it's a business. I said, okay, I'll do it. She called some Purohit and I followed him. I did all the rituals that a son should do to the mother. Maybe in some of my previous births with my mother, I don't know. I did all the rituals, came back, took bath. I was sitting in the portico holding my head. I was feeling very heavy in my head. Mother came and sat next to me. She asked me, son, are you feeling bad? I said, yes, for two reasons I am feeling bad. What are the two reasons? I said, first is, you tried so much to save this lady. All your efforts wasted. She did not survive. Okay, what is the second one? I told you I came from a very conservative family and it's not appropriate for me to go to crematorium, but I did all the rituals. I don't know what it will bring to my family. You know, I can never forget this lady. She patted me back and said, son, you have done something wonderful today. Don't worry, your parents will live longer than what they would normally live. It became true. I lost my mother only 4 years ago. That means she lived up to 91 years. My mother lived up to 91 years. My father lived up to 90 years. So that was this myth that you go to crematorium, that something will happen to your parents is a myth. I came and definite proof for it. And then what is second? I told you, you did so much for this lady, but she died. All your efforts are wasted. That was a turning point in my life, my friends. I'll tell you, as I'm telling you, I get goosebumps. The whole moment comes back to me, to the present moment. She said, nothing wasted, my son, nothing wasted. I wanted this lady to have dignity in death. My friends, I had not heard this word. I had only heard about dignity in life. Am I right? We should be dignified in life. I had never heard this sentence like dignity in death. I asked mother, what is dignity in death? I asked her. Her answer is stupendous. She stood up, put her finger on my chest. Many times I feel the finger on my chest. She said, son, the little heart inside you is the temple of God. Little heart inside you is a temple of God. It should always be clean. Moment it is full of anger, jealousy, frustration, it gets dirty. Should clean it immediately. You saw yesterday what happened when the lady was brought here. She was talking bad about her own son, cursing everybody around. Her temple had become dirty. But what happened yesterday evening? 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock till she slept. She was cheerful, she was talking nicely. Her temple was clean. She said, dignity in death is, if you can keep your heart clean in the last moments of your life, you go up to heavens, look into the eyes of God and tell Him, God, I have come back as clean as you sent me to earth as a child. That is dignity in death. I tell you, I think the Upanishads speak the same way, Vedas is the same way, Sufis say the same way, everybody say the same way, keep your heart clean. Santatam chintayenantam antakale visheshata. Statement says, keep your heart clean. Think of God in the last moment of your life. How can you think unless your heart is clean? Mother Teresa gave me a message of my life. Keep your temple clean all the time. Keep it cleaning. I found volunteerism is one of the beautiful ways of cleaning your heart all the time. All the time. It is a commitment that you make. It is a joy that you find, the pride you find, and there could be moments of awakening, moments of turning point in your life. And secondly, I tell you, giving is not a great honor. Giving, some people say, I have given this, I have given this. I should not be too proud about what I give. I went to a small temple in North Karnataka. On hilltop there is a small little temple. I went inside and I could not see the deity. I could not see the idol. Dude, I can't see the idol. The Purohit said, wait a minute, I'll put the light on. He switched on the light, but still I could not see the idol. You know why? On the small tube light that was there on top of the idol, somebody had written with red color, grandson of so-and-so, son of so-and-so has donated this tube light to the temple. Written so much that no light comes through that. And that's not giving, that's not giving, it's marketing. Marketing. Giving is something extraordinary. I'll mention that and make you laugh and then go. As she mentioned, I was the principal of a college for too long a period. And I loved my colleagues and colleagues loved me, I knew that. One lecturer would always say, sir, come to my house, sir, come to my house. I could not go whole year. Next beginning of academic year, she came to my house and said, this Sunday you should come home. I made a commitment, went to her house. She had two sons. Normally the first child is obedient. Normally. First child obedient, listens to the parents, follows you. Second is mischievous. Normally it is so. 11-year-old boy, first fellow, came and said, good morning, sir. Happy that you came home, sir. Thank you, sir. He went. All programmed and tutored language. The second fellow, 7.5-year-old fellow, came there, scattered hair, half pant and t-shirt. He was putting both his hands in pant pockets. He came and stood before me, went on looking at me. So embarrassing, you know. Somebody goes on looking at your face for a long time. So what's the problem? I asked him. Are you the principal? Huh? He said, I am the principal. And then said, next question he asked. Because her mother was definitely sure this fellow will ask odd question to me. She said, come inside, come inside. Wait a minute, I'll come. He told his mother. Then he asked me, do you have shower in your bathroom? I said, yes, I have. Then pushed his lower lip and said, we don't have shower in our bathroom. I said, don't worry, man. You can put the bathroom shower when you grow up. Why grow up? I got it already one. You told me you don't have. I don't have, but I made it one. I'll show you, come. She pulled my hand and madam, her mother, his mother became red in her face. First time principal comes home and he drags him to the bathroom. I said, no problem, let me see what he does. As he said, there was no shower. There was only a tap. This boy is a sheer magician. He put his hand in the right pocket and took out a small balloon, rubbed it, blew it, and fixed it to the tap. From the left pocket, took some thread and tied it nicely. Then he opened the tap. Water started gushing into the balloon. Balloon became so big. I was about to say it's going to burst. He knew that. He stopped it. Now see the fun. From the shirt pocket, took a small pin. Chuck, he made about 15-20 holes. Water started coming through these holes like a shower. And balloon became flat. Now you see, he opened the tap half. Water was coming into the balloon and is coming out also, looking like a shower. He said, it is balloon shower, I made it. It's a very intelligent boy, very intelligent boy. I appreciate K-Mac. I ruminated over this experiment for some time. I found it was very philosophical. Very philosophical. Please see, if you had not made perforations there and kept the tap open, what would have happened? Balloon would have burst out, ruptured. Is it not right? I thought we are like balloons. When you are born, a child, I don't know anything other than crying. I make a balloon. Helpless, I can't do anything. But I am fixed to the tap, I go on receiving water. I receive from my mother, father, family members, schools, colleges, university, and society, and my life becomes big, like the balloon. I have been receiving. Imagine if I go on receiving and do not give out, what happens to my life? It bursts out. And I got so many faces. Poor Ravana had only 10 faces. I got more than 20 faces. I am a husband to somebody, I am a brother to somebody, uncle to somebody, boss to somebody, assistant to somebody. Don't I have 100 faces around me? If I can start contributing to society through all my faces, these are the perforations to my balloon. Balloon is safe. Balloon is safe because of the perforations. If the holes were not there, balloon would burst. Therefore I thought, giving to society is not an obligation. It is a responsibility that makes my life stable. My life stable. My friends, you have taken up the responsibility of volunteering and helping so many people. I found so many nice projects. India is such a beautiful, diverse country, and there are so many options available. 140 crore people, and so many projects are still waiting to come. Please take them, enjoy what you are doing. As you enjoy, learn also from that. Pass on your learning to others so that they can carry on further. One good work can stimulate 100 other good works. Thank you so much.
The standing ovation says it all. As a public speaker, I personally have always looked up to you, sir. It was a pleasure listening to you. Ours is a land that has always believed in Manushya Jati Tanundevalam, and it has always propagated Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family. The spirit of humankind is in the joy of giving. Thank you so much for re-emphasizing on those words, sir. Can we have a big round of applause again? We now have felicitation of guests. May I kindly request Sri Unnikrishnan Menanji to hand over the memento as a token of gratitude to our guests. Dr. Gururaj Karjagi, the Chairman of Academy for Creative Teaching, for his amazing presence and those enlightening words of experience. A big thanks to Sri Ashwath Ramaya, CEO of Uni Consultancy, who was also a jury who helped us in selecting the award winners for this event. Thank you so much, sir. May I kindly request Unnikrishnan Menanji to felicitate Ashwath Ramaya, sir. I would now like to call upon our partners who helped us make this event a grand success, who helped us make this event a little easier one. Firstly, the jury, Sri Ashwath Ramaya sir. Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Pralatin, in his absentia, Ghazal Raina. Sri Ramesh Babu Kaipa, Professor Sudhir Sinha. Thanks to all the jury for helping us select the award winners. Thank you so much once again on behalf of Youth for Seva. Venue partner RNS IT. Do we have the principal of RNS IT here with us? A big thanks to RNS Group of Institutions on behalf of Youth for Seva for helping us conduct this corporate volunteering conclave here at the venue. Thank you so much, sir. Vendor partner, Zencraft. Vendor partner, Zencraft. Para Learning. Event partner, WMG. Do we have a representative from WMG? Yeah. Thank you so much once again to everyone who helped us in making this event a grand success. We've been talking about corporate volunteering since morning, so we've also answered questions like what is corporate volunteering, why corporate volunteering, how to do, and why is YFS helping organize this conclave. So up next, we have Sri Aditya, the head of corporate volunteering of YFS, to present before us a roadmap on what next. Over to you, sir.
Namaste. It's been a fantastic and a day full of joy interacting with the guests here, luminaries here. Before you, it's a pleasure presenting one corporate roadmap that we wanted to talk about. Though it's not going to be a geographical roadmap that we'll talk about, but something that we want to do going forward. What we need to do is that we understand clearly that there's a trend going around with corporates talking to us, saying that what are the new activities that we can work with you on. They are very clear about two things. We want to engage as many people as possible and be as impactful as possible, which is great, right? Which means we are actually in a spot because we need to come up with those kind of activities for them. And of course, very importantly, the right bells are being pressed at this point of time. Some activities like climate action taking the center stage, right? Corporates are talking about planting the right kind of saplings, geography appropriate saplings and so on, and ensuring proper survival rate. So kudos on that front. Even otherwise, as we talk about this, there's also a growing interest for corporates to sustain long-term volunteering. One-off activities are all right, but can you also come up with more activities where we can engage with you on longer term, say 1 month, 2 months and 3 months, so that volunteers are sustained, their interest is sustained, and we can also see much more impact. Case in point being our NMMS program that Shashikala Madam also talked about in the morning, where a lot of impact is being created, and volunteers are involved directly at school. And of course, last and this is like very important thing, of corporate employees also growing and maturing as volunteers, right? Can they also take up some roles? For example, we've seen great perspectives from women in Seva. We heard Dr. Shashikala ji speaking, Haripriya ji speaking in the morning. Such wonderful perspectives they actually gave us. Even in community work, once we have women at center stage, we can have great things happening. But then they also need to be mentored properly. Can we have women leadership from corporates mentoring those women in Seva? why not? And then senior executives from corporates, they do great projects, they manage thousands of people across globe. Can they also spend some time by being a trustee at an NGO? They can mentor the NGO grow up, they can help NGO to pick right kind of projects and see how funds can be raised so that those NGO operations can also be grown at that scale. So great things lie ahead of us. We are really thankful for this partnership and we'll come back again next year. Thank you. Namaste. Sorry, I thought I was running out of time. In the morning, we said we're also going to create one toolkit and resource kit. Just as the way we came up with a handbook of corporate volunteering. I mean, it is not our own work. We definitely designed a book and all of that, we got ideas. But then there is a lot more that we can do. We came up with about 84, 85 ideas, all right. But there could be definitely hundreds more, right? We have probably only scratched the surface right now. We definitely intend to have your contributions so that we can do much, much more. And it's not only about book, it's also about ideas and ways to do good. So for that, all of us are partners. So we definitely welcome ideas on this front as well. And a lot of NGOs are also in a position to absorb corporate volunteers, right? But then some know how to do it, some are probably not in a position to do it. We would like to expand their capacity to engage corporate volunteers at that scale. So we would like to train them as well. And of course, corporate volunteering is not only about working with IT sector, right? There could be a lot of non-IT sector industries. It could be manufacturing, BFSI, pharma, who would also be looking to volunteer or engage their employees. So we want to engage with such corporates, have meaningful collaborations and forge partnerships. We are looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aditya ji, for answering what next. So we are at the end of the session and the day. May I kindly request Sri Bhaskar, the head of corporate relations, to render word of thanks. Please, sir.
Good evening, one and all. I hope you had a wonderful day today, all of you, in participating in this Corporate Volunteering Conclave. This whole day session, partnering with other corporates, NGOs, and like-minded people. So I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of IFS and CVC 2024 on this memorable occasion. I believe thankfulness is the quickest path of joy as it doubles when shared. So first and foremost, I heartily thank RNS IT Group, right, and Sri Karan Shetty, who is the CEO of RNS IT Institutions, who could not make it today in the morning session, and Dr. Ramesh Babu, Principal RNS IT, for being part of the event and also generously accepting to share the venue for today's grand event. I extend special thanks to our chief guest, Deepak Prabhu, who was a keynote speaker, CEO of Cognizant Foundation, who graced the occasion and made time to this event to share his valuable inputs as part of his keynote address. I thank Sri Srinath, CEO of Merck India, for his presence and addressing the delegates as part of his keynote address again. So, as part of the morning session, I heartily thank Sri Natarajan, President YFS, for his support, vision and great commitment to grace this occasion. I extend my gratitude for our moderator, Ramesh Subramaniam, for gracefully accepting the moderator for the panel discussion which happened in the morning. Of course, the set of panelists, Naveen from Samarthanam, Arun Nathan from Sattva, Haripriya Sivaramakrishnan from State Street, Dr. Shashikala from Education Department, Manjunath Madhaya from LSEG for their active participation and definitely the knowledge sharing as part of the panel discussion. Friends, as Gratitude is appreciation for every moment in your life. It is a feeling of abundance. This quote compliments our guest of honor for award presentation, Dr. Gururaj Karjagi, who constantly guides us and supports us with his valuable thoughts and contributes to enhance the occasion. Heartily thanks from all of us for his guidance and support, sir. Thank you. I would also like to thank Ashwat Ramaiah, sir, for his gracious presence here on this occasion of award ceremony. Thank you, sir. I thank our trustee, Sri Unnikrishnan, for his evincing interest and gracing this occasion. I would like to thank all our jury members who definitely helped us and extended their support. And doing set of nominations, right? We got really good nominations for the individual contributions, close to more than 50 nominations. So it's not easy job for them to do the jury part. Definitely they have taken up their time and then they have helped us to kind of identify the award winners. But as Dr. Gururaj ji said, winning is not only the thing here, but the participation is more important. And he also congratulated for all the nominations which came in as part of the awards. Thanks for all of them who nominated themselves and then who kind of got the awards as well. And definitely, last but not least, I would like to extend my gratitude to thank our event partners, WMG, who helped us in getting more connects for this entire CVC as such through their network. They have built a very good network. And our vendor partners, Zencraft, who has helped us, and Para Learning for their unending support for this event, and they were the ones who kind of helped us to create the corporate volunteering course which you saw. Thank you all once again for your attention and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I kindly request everyone to raise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
बोलो भारत माता की जय. As we conclude the day, I have a few information to be given. May I kindly request the dignitaries to please be seated. Requesting all the delegates to kindly collect the books from the registration desk of Youth for Seva in front of the auditorium and kindly visit all the stalls from the NGOs. The NGO list is as under: Youth for Seva, Doctors for Seva, Gopals, Being Volunteer, the Association for Peoples with Disability, Rashtrothana Parishad, Surabhi Foundation Trust and Abhyudaya. Also, the badges that you are wearing, which comprises of a plastic cover, you can kindly drop it in a bin that is placed in front of the auditorium so that we will make use of it for the next events. So, Youth for Seva is always a step towards sustainability. On that note, ಹುಲ್ಲಾಗು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಡಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆಯಾಗು ಕಲ್ಲಾಗು ಕಷ್ಟಗಳ ಮಳೆಯ ಬಿಸಿ ಸುರಿಯೆ ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯಾಗು ದೀನ ದುರ್ಬಲರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೊಳಗೊಂದಾಗು ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರೊಳಗೊಂದಾಗು ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ. The Dalai Lama says, it is not enough to be compassionate, you must act. So let us all be the change that we want to see. On that note, signing off, your MC for the day, Spurti Murlidhar. Namaste everyone.
कई करता है
and you may leave for the day. Thank you so much.
I see your picture with Madam, so good to see you. Oh, sir, make a statement. Yeah. That's right.